is the devil's keeper. He's not in love with saint angels behind heaven's gate. He is an animal who don't seek salvation or redemption. He is in love with the creatures of the decayed sun. Hate is his passion, and salt is his temptations. Cold and empty is his heart. Death is in love with the pure flowers, dancing with the shadows. Feed the rivers with blood in, and screams that echoes in infinity. Mother Earth's darkness of the Nordic seas of decay. Down in the unknown of the water her fear is frozen. Reflecting in her face is the final moment. The human nature's element is to hunt for prey and be the top of the food chain on a fatherless planet. Death and murder will be honored. Limbs of the weak turned to treasures. New ages of murder has begun, but mine is old-fashioned. Ancient art of killing like a Neanderthal. The measures of dispersion spread in the universe till they're the king's successor.
Nosferatu dying without blood. A snake tongue whispers nightmares a dream catcher. Couldn't save me from like a vision of murder. Controlling me even if I look away, I'm a witness. I'm a hunter out for prey like a martyr or messiah. My words are ecstasy as an hidden extortion. A temptation spinning in the darkness like an possessed. A mind controller, the executioner that's fatherless. No holy spirits when angels kissing with death.
The human nature's element is to hunt for prey and be the top of the food chain on a fatherless planet. Death and murder will be honored. Limbs of the weak turned to treasures. New ages of murder has begun, but mine is old-fashioned.
The day called in me to crawl the streets, like creeps and other animals. Time is a race like emotions, I feel them less. No quiet memories behind the mask hidden misery. Under the surface, only empty the world colors me. In the belief of the good common personalities. Time reaches another murder's fantasy. The summer has come with its breeze. Demons and angels seeking an ease. Dreaming dreams, some stay till the winter freeze. Some leave for the eternity. killing game of the murderous predator. Like a fox and a rabbit, life is a food chain. I have rats on the attic and a child of the moon. A master of seduction seduced by the moon. A mystery like the deepest abyss of the ocean. And a Gemini, a two-faced slave. The delivery man to the graveyard. I see that they're illusions as real that murders are a sport. I'm the madman from your horror movies, hard to believe in. Life's cut short, I'm the harbinger of death. Satan's puppet. A sign or indicator of impending death, a precursor that foretells us the arrival of mortality. Insulted by tears and fears like a terminator. Iron is my heart, cold as steel in polar snow. We too might be impacted by the moon. Its light and its 27-day lunar cycle, especially when you consider the moon's gravitational pull on the Earth is powerful enough to affect the ocean tides. And into the animal in us that's driving us to kill. Like a great white shark, the change of faces. When we feel a threat from where we lurk out of the shallow, the myth of why we live is not common knowledge. Like yin and yang, the yin, the dark swirl, is associated with shadows, femininity, and the trough of a wave. The yang, the light swirl, represents brightness, passion, and growth. We all have both in us, but in a different way. We are cryptic minds, looking like a normal person, a persona dramatic. Loving, happy, a listener, a family father, a businessman, but a night crawler driven of hate into compassion of lust, or a creation of unknown blood and bone, like a mind reader and fallen angel who were expelled from heaven. dark nature of the forced predator. With the ancient mind primitive thoughts, gaslighting like a wizard of black magic. In rituals of the blood moon where souls become lost causes, he is the Dark Lord, dancing with darkness, abstract visions of evil. Loveless heart infected with a dark passion to kill people. Reapers of the decayed kingdom forbidden in heaven. Angels' torsos in the rivers of rotten blinding the sheep. The beautiful NYC top hill where her corpse sleep eternally. She whispered in melancholia with the fear of dark dreams, running for her life but in circle looking for the light. In the horizon of gory colors of deathlight, affected by her involving the shedding of blood. She never found her nirvana. Set outsider of the whole. My passion is malevolent like a wind-loving death. Hate of the normal love people murder is my legacy. Eerie is my true colors hell, my post-existence. The great and known the Elysian fields, also called Elysium, the final resting place of the souls of the heroic and the virtuous. In a paradox, my inferno, what the angels call Gehenna. Heaven faded from me long time ago, my father is the devil. I belong to the occult, the satanic, the fear in a normal household, what the angels call Gehenna. Heaven faded from me long time ago, my father is the devil. I belong to the occult, the satanic, the fear in a normal household. The sun's waves burning, but inside is cold. The portraits of death storms my mind, looking for a lonely soul with a blind eye. in my disguise calm like a summer dream. Of love a kind stranger, but a wolf in sheep's cloth think with like evening skies. Blood runs like a river closet doors of a final chapter in melancholia. The streets is empty around some corners, only tricks of a wizard of pure darkness. Spellbound is the innocent tempted to see what happiness is an drifted reality. How in the illusion of amusement, it's not like a bee's needle, not a suicide. I never looked for my father's forgiveness. To be saint, it's an animal kingdom, ancient survival. God your Father in heaven will never recognize his angel who despire, deep in the pure feeling of the dreams of murders. I give my soul so cold to a life in the shades, the nether regions, a place regarded in various religions as the spiritual realm of evil and suffering, often traditionally depicted as a place of perpetual fire beneath the earth where the wicked are punished after death. The abyssal, how my history is of a dark nature, it's no myth. It's a mystery you will find the key if you search for answer. It's in the apophenia like random pattern with connections, without a logic connection, like twin oceans that don't mix comets, but have the same stream like we are connected, and like your dreams of death, and you're like mine. It's all hidden, but we see it like a puzzle's missing brick. You are a witness of a murder of an angel. The lane of lovers is bloody. Disfigured faces left like trash in the forest. Ill-fated outsouls out of trail like ghosts, searching for heaven lost in time, forgotten in the hidden. Where there is an echo of far cries, he never relinquish on the rituals, the sacrifices. The harvest of souls to the weakest hunters is a lord on the killing fields, since his he found salvation. Mind tricks, a rabbit hole like in labyrinth. I see old murders on the memory lane in my dreams. Modern methods. Stone cold hearts still feel pleasure.
tomorrow, he whispers in the moonlight, known as the devil in disguise, the Antichrist, the bloody rivers in the village. Angels missing cold kisses of snow, silent screams and lullabies in the darkness. By the waters lurks the reaper with his blade. Nightmare behind the nightshades is haunting for dreams like daymare. The butterfly slowly dies, darkness in the eyes, far cries. The hunter in the killing season, like a paralyzed deer in the midnight sun. You can't run, he is the son of the devil. Welcome to the last station, no tomorrow suns, only a search for the Milky Way. Mirrored is the face of death, like a twin of his, you out of breath. Disfigured faces in hidden places, tortured lost souls left out of trace, rotting in the trails of the sun's light. The bloody rivers run, he is the devil's son. On the dark side of the moon, the soul have no emotions, soon your grave will open. He is the wolf in sheep's clothing. Welcome to the last station, no tomorrow suns, only a search for the Milky Way. Mirrored is the face of death, like a twin of his, you out of breath.